We're now going to show you how to create and configure security groups. The best way of doing this is to go to the View menu and select Security Groups. By default, you'll only have one security group set up, which is the public security group. This is a security group to which everyone belongs, and everyone has certain privileges. As a review, I'll remind you, these letters here stand for Read privilege, Export and Print, Add comments, Insert objects, either a page into a document into a folder, or a folder, document, or basket into a file cabinet. The privilege to edit properties, the privilege to delete an object, the privilege to change the security group. Here are slightly different ones. Are you able to select this group as a security group for an object? Can you edit this group? This is a special security privilege for classic users only. And DO, is this security group a user's default security group for objects as they get created? And is this security group the default security group for comments when they get created? By default, a security group default comment is the user's personal security group. Now what I'm going to do is create a new group. Go to the Group menu and notice we have a similar set of options as we did for users. We can create a new security group, duplicate and delete, but also we have the option to rename. I'm going to create a new security group. Here I only have to add a name. I'm going to make this for Human Resources and abbreviate it to HR. As you can see here with HR selected, the super user by default has all privileges to this security group. This should be left as it is. What if I want to add users to this group? A button at the bottom of the dialog allows me to do this. And I'm going to add 2 users to this group. When you add a new user to a group, they have no security privileges. But I can select the user and then give them certain privileges. For the user selected, I'm only going to allow them to read, print, or add comments. I'm not going to allow them to change anything else associated with the security group or the object selected at that time. And I press Apply. See how these security privileges have now been applied to this user. This is immediate and has instant effect on anybody using Keyfile document objects. I can select a different user and show you that I can give them read privileges and allow them to edit the properties and change the security group. If Training 2 were an HR user in the HR department, I would probably give them all security privileges. Notice I haven't been able to set the default object or default comment here. To do this, we have to change the view. And go to Security Rights. If I select HR from within the user view for security, I can now choose to have this as the default object and even the default comment for this user. See how it's changed from the personal security group, which is set up automatically by Keyfile, to the departmental security group.